Alright people, welcome. Welcome to another session of our live training. We had some technical difficulties going online from my page for some reason, so we're using the Entropy page today. Hope everybody's cool with that. I see people started joining already, so welcome. We've got plenty of Jiu-Jitsu to share with you guys today, so I hope you're all ready and stay tuned for some awesome stuff. So the last few days we were working on different kinds of guards. Yesterday we started working on closed guard, and because it's a very big topic and it's so much to cover in Jiu-Jitsu altogether, that we decided to give you another day, at least another day of closed guard, depending on what kind of questions and queries we get today. So we'll do more closed guard techniques, and then we'll see what happens from there. Okay, hope you people enjoy it. Again, for those of you who joined us for the first time, we're doing this in, well, I won't say in response, but we're doing this because we're unable to go to our academy. So we have our mini training here for you guys today. And, you know, we hope that you enjoy it as our way of reaching out to you, staying connected, and keeping everybody engaged and accountable. Those of you who want to train Jiu-Jitsu, who want to learn some more, go online, stay tuned with us, and, you know, I hope that you have a person you can drill with at home. If not, then this is an opportunity for you to study and to throw some questions our way. Cool? Yes. Online as well. Salam Wahid. Khubi. I think it's the first time you go online before Riz. This is crazy. Alright people, so without further ado, I'm gonna start covering. Going off of where we started yesterday, where we left off yesterday. We're going to start in the closed guard position, and we'll talk about different options for you guys to play. Okay, while keeping your bases covered, so that you have a very good position, very good control from the bottom.
Hi, Dina.
No, hello.
Yeah. Dina, my friend. You don't know her.
Okay. So we start in closed guard again. And remember, just like we said yesterday, high guard, okay, and active hips. So push my hips forward. Here, alright? Then I need to control my opponent's posture, so I do that with my active hips, and I can pull down, okay? Move the hands out of the way, pull her forward, and have access to the collar. Then from here, if she wants to go back to her base, that's okay, because I already have a grip on the collar, and I can start annoying my opponent from here, alright? So for today, we're going to talk about strictly 3 of the most basic moves that you can go for from closed guard. And then from there, we're going to elaborate. I'm going to, you know, expand onto other positions and other options for you. Okay, so we'll start with controlling the arm in order to attack the arm bar. Okay, so I'm going to choose one side to attack. Let's go for this side right here. I'm going to grab the sleeve, just the tip of the sleeve. Okay, you can have 4 fingers inside the sleeve, or you can use a pistol grip, whichever one you feel more comfortable with.
Probably shouldn't say inside the misinterpret that.
Inside the sleeve? No, so inside the sleeve, okay, it's a good point, okay. So I'm going to make a hook on the outside part of the sleeve, okay. I'm not allowed to put my fingers on the inside of the sleeve, this is not allowed. So I'm going to flip the sleeve, and then my 4 fingers make like a hook on the outside, like so. Can everybody see this? Yay. So nothing is on the inside of the sleeve, just my 4 fingers here. Good point. Next, I'm going to reach over with my right hand, and I'm going to hug where her tricep is. And I hug where the tricep is, and I pull the elbow straight down to my belly. And I pull it right to the center point, okay? Right where my sternum is, in the middle of my chest, alright? And the point here is, when her elbow gets to that point, okay, you'll see that imbalance that we were talking about yesterday, where one of the shoulders drops. That's this guy, okay? And there's opportunity for me to attack the arm. If the elbow is still on this side of my chest, of the sternum, then attack is not really an option for me. I need to break the posture first. So we're in here, boom, break down. Next, same side foot is going to go either on the hip or on the mat, depending on how tall you are and how large your opponent is. So I'm in here, and I'm going to pinch my knee against the shoulder, so I remove any opportunity for her to pull her elbow out, so now it's not going to happen. Once I'm here, I'm going to use my foot on the hip to push and bring my head all the way to the other side, next to the knee. Okay, so we covered a little bit of this yesterday. I bring my leg up against the armpit, okay, nice and heavy, and now I can keep control of the tricep, let go of the sleeve so that I can push the head and pass my leg over. So nice easy arm bar from here. You can squeeze your knees and finish the attack also nicely. So I'll do that one more time so everybody can see.
Yeah.
Pull the elbow down, pinch the knee against the shoulder, move to the side, push the head, here, finish. Right? Hope everybody is able to see that and drill that okay. I don't see too many questions. So, we have some activity. Let's check it out. What's up, dude? Nice to see you guys.
Someone saying sweep of guard. Hi, Dina. Hi, Dina. Dina Laith. Laith.
Hello, Laith. Alright. Who's saying sweep? What?
Oh, Dina is. Dina, are you doing jiu-jitsu? You have questions. I'm talking about Dina Al-Naib. I'm so intrigued. But how do you do that so fast, flipping the sleeve? When you're in competition.
Oh well.
It becomes inherent, I guess.
Right, you make a habit of it. So it's the same way. It's the same way I'm able to get like 4 fingers inside the collar here and make a nice tight grip close to the neck. That's really threatening to my opponent. In the beginning, when you start training jiu-jitsu, it takes time to kind of get to the depth that you want and the grip that you want. Same thing as anything else. And the grip on the sleeve, well, you get used to using your 4 fingers and your thumb. So use the thumb on the inside just to help you flip this grip. Then once you have this, it's a nice, good control. I just hold on to it with the meat of my hands over here. All right. If you want to go pistol grip, which is sometimes easier for people, but that's all right. But pistol grip requires that you. I'll make sure that she can see because you flipped the camera.
I flipped the camera. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
So pistol grip requires that you actually, use the other hand to grab the sleeve as you hold it like this. This is what we call a pistol grip. Okay, here. But again, like that requires 2-hand work. Whereas if we're just here, I can go.
It's super fast, Dina.
Right, it's super fast, and you can just get used to it.
In less than a second. So look, like if he's moving, I'll just. Both of us got it.
Both of us got it.
See? You can get it, like you'll get used to it. It's one of these things you get used to.
Oh, Selini. Hello, Ustaz Amr. Mr. Francis Hanna, nice to see you guys. It's been quite a few minutes. Hope you're doing well, staying safe.
Dina, thank you. Maybe you should come and try it one day. Once this whole corona madness is done. And if the population is still happy and alive.
Happy and alive,
inshallah.
Right. Alright. Let's keep going. Next move, I'll show you the 3 attacks that I like to do on the arms, and aside from the choke, of course. And then hopefully we can tie them together. So the next one is going to be my omoplata from here, because I'm talking about isolation. So we isolate one arm at a time and we attack. Okay. So if we're doing omoplata, okay, let's say we're going for this side. I'm going to grab the sleeve here, and I'm going to grab a cross grip on the collar. So sometimes I like to open the collar with my other hand, get my hand deep, and then I go for the sleeve. Now I have a nice tight grip, collar and sleeve over here. Now for the omoplata, I'm going to post my foot on the opposite side where my grips are. Okay, so my grips are all on this side, my foot gets posted on this side, on her hip. Okay, for this particular move, I need to post my foot on the hip. You'll see why next. Because I'm going to use it to lift my hips up. Okay, and as I lift my hips up, I drive the wrist against my own leg. So I'm lifting my hips, and the leg obviously comes high against the armpit. I'm going to push her arm directly against the leg so that it bends that way. That's exactly the reaction that I'm looking for. So I lift my hips and I push the arm down here. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Now I bring my knee over the shoulder, keep this hand on the collar so I can push the head away. And now I can throw both legs over my opponent's shoulder. So both legs over the shoulder. I like to keep them straight. So my partner has a hard time sitting up and posturing up. Once I'm ready to sit up myself, I make sure that the wrist is across my hip. And then I can sit up, hug the back, and work to establish my finish. Perfect. So I sit up here. Once I sit up, I need to grab over the back. Because now it's really, really hard for my opponent to posture up, because there was the weight of my arm on the back and the weight of my legs on the shoulder. Once I'm ready to finish the move, I'm going to turn my legs that away from her head. 1, 2. I turn them both that way, away from the head. So now I make sure that the elbow is locked over here and there's no chance for it to pop out. Because if it does, position doesn't work. So a lot of times I'll be controlling the arm, I'll be controlling the sleeve until I'm done putting my legs out, so that I have enough space, I have enough control over the arm. And now to finish, I'm going to lift my hips up a little bit and turn my head that way, so all the way towards her legs. Okay, so I'm going to sit up, be nice and gentle over here. I'm going to turn my body face that way, boom, right here. So you let go of the omoplata submission. Make sure you do it slowly, so that your opponent's shoulder is not sabotaged in the process. Man, you got typing going on.
Have a look.
Check it out, you got plenty of typing going on.
Yeah.
I think it's yours. Yeah, it's your friend Dina.
What's she saying? Let me fix my key.
Guys.
I have to go and love you guys and save a seat for me in your class post-corona, please. Cute.
Will do.
With the first move, you can attack other... This is for you.
Tendo, what you doing here? If you somehow lose the armbar, yes sir, you can. So I'll talk about that a little bit later when we're talking about transitions. Abu Zuz, you're also here. ابو الزوز انت هنا كمان وين ما بدك طيب بس يعني انت قرري بدك هون ولا هناك يا استاذ هيني هون ميسي يا حبيبتنا داود coach you go towards the hip so that they don't roll over. Yes sir, I do. So there's the rollover defense and there's the posturing up defense. Okay, I don't want them to do either. I don't want them to roll over. However, if they roll over, you can still maintain the omoplata position and maybe like work to attack. Let me elaborate a little bit more. Tendo's asking some more.
Yeah.
Best connection here. I don't know where you are, but but I'm glad you have good connection.
Well, here on my phone.
Oh.
For some reason. That's why they keep alternating.
All right.
Like,
I guess they get a faster reception over there. Okay, perfect. So Dawood, check it out. So I'm here. I get to my position and I throw my legs over. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna stretch both of my legs so she can't posture up. Okay. If I keep my legs bent, she can posture up and she'll lift me up and we'll be fighting against this position. But if I throw both my legs forward and straight and parallel, it's really, really hard for her to come up. So let's turn a little bit more this way. If you mind. So I'm here. I extend and then I come up here. Okay? From the omoplata, though, if she rolls forward, I'm in side mount. Yeah, like she escapes the move, and then I can just follow up here and then be in side control. Okay? So what I'm really worried about is her posturing up much more than the roll forward, if that makes sense. Alright? Us people.
hello.
Glorious. Let's continue. So again, I'm going to talk about transitions a little bit later. Third one, and one of my absolute favorite drills ever.
Okay. Which one?
So I'm going to grab both sleeves. Okay, same beginning starting position that we were doing before. Okay, I'm going to grab both sleeves, and now I'm going to choose one side to attack. Okay, and the side I'm gonna pull one arm and push the other one here. Okay, I'm gonna have to alternate. Exactly, don't punch. Okay, so pull one and push one. Okay, the side that I pull the arm to my chest with, okay, that's the side where I'm gonna post my hip, my foot on the hip.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Or on the mat, so it can be on the hip or on the mat. So I post on the hip for now, and I push the wrist into the middle. The other side, I'm going to climb over the shoulder. So I'm going to lift my hips, climb over the shoulder, and I'm going to lock my legs together for a triangle. Okay? Now, this is just the initial position. Normally, I just get to lock my legs like so. They don't look very pretty. Okay? If you want to finish the move, that's when you got to switch your hips around and get to the very, very nice tight position. So I like to grab my shin. I reach over here next to the head, grab my shin. Other foot goes either on the mat or on my opponent's hip. And I shrimp, turn my hips until I'm facing her ear. So same cue as the arm bar that we did yesterday. Lock the triangle and I'll finish nice and tight. So one more. For this one, you have to think opposites, right? If I want this arm inside the triangle, then the other arm's going to go over the leg. So I pull the arm that I want, I step on the same side hip, push the wrist in, and climb over the shoulder. Hips up, and then hips down. So if I want to go other side, here. Yeah, it's going to be a very nice drill for you guys to practice. Pull one arm and push the other inside. Boom, here, here. Okay, we do this quite a bit in competition classes. So that's the easiest triangle setup you can learn, and it works very, very, very effectively, especially since people don't quite expect it. You're in the guard, you're just holding the sleeves. Okay, not much is happening here. But as soon as you go foot on the hip, then something is bound to happen. Pushing the wrist is easier than you think, and then all you got to do is lift your hips so that you're up here, locking the triangle and looking for the finish. Let's check it out. What you people got for me?
I personally really don't like this move.
Why?
I'm
For you mean, or in general?
Sorry?
For you or in general?
No, as in general, I don't like.
You don't like to do it?
No.
Why not?
I just find it confusing.
Why is it confusing?
I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe because in general I don't like close guard. But
إبراهيم بدك تفهمني.
Moves are. Everyone has to pick like the moves they like. It's normal, I guess, right? Some moves are for certain people and some moves aren't.
إبراهيم بدك تفهمني سؤالك أولا من أي بوزيشن أنت عم تحكي؟ من أي سبمشن هاي أنت؟ من أي بوزيشن؟ من أي بوزيشن أنت عم تحكي لي؟ من أي سبمشن؟ يعني من الأرمر ولا تراينجل ولا أوبلاتا ولا بس من الجارد؟ أوكي؟ شو؟ من أخذت الأوموبلاتا. طيب من أخذت الأوموبلاتا لو عملت شرم بسيط ودخلت رجلي الثاني. مش قادر صراحة، مش قادر أتخيل الحركة اللي أنت عم تسألني عليها. خلني أشوف يعني. أنا اللي عم بعمل الشريمب، أنا اللي عم بساوي الحركة ولا هي؟ يعني في فرق كبير.
What's the question؟
بحاول أفهم. بقول لي إذا عنده أون بلاتا، إذا عمل شريمب بسيط ودخل رجله الثانية من تحت الباط ويعمل دوران.
مين اللي
ما عم بحاول أظن اللي فوق، لأنه اللي تحت ما بقدر يعمل كتير أشياء. أنا اللي فوق. أيوة بلاتا، وهاي شريمب بسيط. طيب بعدين شو بدك تسوي؟ بدك تدخل هاي الرجل وين؟ هون؟
يا
ما بتظن هون. هاي صارت حركة ثانية. هلا ممكن هي تقلب، ممكن تاخذ، ممكن تاخذ أمبر شوي زي جيت لهون، دخلت الرجل هون، اوكي، ممكن هي تقلب بس مش ماونت. رح تصفي انت ماخذ ارمبر، انا بحط عليها تقلب هون. اذا هي قلبت لقدام يصير عندك هون ارمبر ابراهيم، مش ماونت. يعني حتى فلتت بالارمبر اقوى شيء رح تاخذه هون سايد ماونت، مش ماونت.
I'm not showing.
بصور عليك حبيبتي أنتي.
Hi guys.
All right. So for the next bit, we're gonna work on a nice easy transition that you guys can use for a drill. Okay. Sometimes we do this in warm up and even in competition classes. It's very, very good to practice a transition between these three moves, between armbar, triangle, and omoplata. So I'll show you a nice flow for that one, and then you can kind of do it on your own. Everybody can see us. Yes, yes, wonderful. So I start here, control the arm, shrimp, push over. So this is armbar number one. Okay, let's say she escapes the armbar, pulls the arm out. Good. Now I can go straight to omoplata, but I need to hold the belt, okay, before I throw my legs over, because now I'm in position to keep my legs in parallel and straight before I sit up and I attack the omoplata from here. Okay? Now, if my partner somehow managed to posture up, this is where I go. I hang on the shoulder and I lift my hips up and I come over here for the triangle. Okay? And once you get the triangle, you can transition and squeeze so you get a nice choke. Okay? Nice and simple. Turn. Here. Pulls the arm out. Omoplata. Postures up. Triangle. Need to make sure that you lift your hips every time you go for this triangle. So you need to catch your opponent. If they know what's good for them, they're going to posture up and run away. You need to lift your hips and catch them and pull them back down. Everybody see this okay? All good? Yes?
You know how I think you should end this class? Going on after you roll from the omoplata, how you get down with the choke.
Oh, that's too much. Good job, man. Keep that for you. Keep tricks. Everybody good? If you have questions, let me know. Zar, good to see you, buddy. In some way, shape, or form. See your name pop up on the screen. It's more like it. So if you guys are good, I'll keep going to the rest of the moves that I had going on for today. I was talking a little bit about controlling the arm, about the arm drag. We did something similar yesterday about controlling the arm, and so I'm going to continue it today. I'll show you a few moves that I like to do while controlling only one arm from the close guard.
Jiu-jitsu after a lot of food is not the best idea.
أي حال إبراهيم من بعد الترانجل إذا من بعد الترانجل بدك تمسك الارم بار من جوا بدك تكون عندك الترانجل بدك تمسك الارم بار على طول يعني.
Hi guys.
إذا وصلنا لهون اوكي بدك تحول للارم بار ما تفلت التراينجل اوكي بس ارفع خصرك وروح على الارم بار يا من هون من برا اوكي يا من هون على طول. اذا هي عم تعمل بوستشر تقدر تكسر الايد هون اوكي بس ما ترجع تحول تفلت رجليك لانه اذا طلعت راسها بصير سهل عليها تتحرك وتطلع الايد كمان خصوصا اذا كان خصمك ايديه قصار. Next, let's talk about that arm control, that 2-on-1. So back to the guard. Yeah, let's go.
Yes. Too much food.
Okay, well, that's a good problem to have. So next is going to be the control that I use for most of my attacks from close guard, the 2-on-1 control. So I choose one side that I'm going to control, and I use that to capitalize, to go for the back, and to go for sweeps all over. So let's say my opponent is not just hanging around, okay? Let's say she's working to grab the collar, right? She grabs the collar and she's getting ready to posture up, open the guard, etc., everything. So, yeah, just stay here. So what I'm going to do is I want to work under the arm where she's controlling the collar, okay? And you'll see that this applies even if she's not controlling the collar. You can do this from anywhere, okay? It doesn't have to be controlling anything. I'm going to go under the hand here. So where my hand is, I'm going to grab the piece of cloth here that's left. So I grab and I make a fist on the outside of her wrist. Most of the time they're going to be gripping nice and strong, looking to open your guard or looking to trap your wrist. And so what I'm going to do here to open this grip is I'm gonna make a support system. So I make a fist with my right hand and I give it some support with the left. Now I'm gonna just press up towards the ceiling to break this grip. To break this grip. And now I have full control over my opponent's hand. Okay? Pistol grip on the outside of the wrist. So it's kind of hard for her to come back. I just keep controlling here. I just keep making sure that she doesn't have space to maneuver. Okay? So I grab as much of cloth as I can and I push the wrist away. As soon as I have this, I reach with my left arm for the cloth here under the armpit for the seam. So I grab the seam under the armpit, and here's what I'm going to do. I'll pull the shoulder to me and I'll press the wrist against her chest here. Okay? She already feels like her shoulder is coming forward, and then we look at the shoulder balance. One is dropping and one is high, and the other one's high. So it's a perfect scenario for me. So as soon as I have this bit of control, I'm literally going to push her elbow to this side, and I'm going to do a tiny little shrimp, and make sure that the elbow drops on the other side of my belly towards the mat. As soon as I get here, I'm going to reach over with my left hand and grab. So I reach over and hug the back. Okay, if I can grab the collar, I will. Okay, and I push this wrist. I extend my hand on this wrist. The same grip that I was grabbing before, I extend it, and I'm going to reach over here and grab the collar. So I'll turn so you guys can see. There. So I'm here. I reach over, and if I can grab the collar underneath her armpit here, I will. Sometimes I don't reach there, so I just grab whatever piece of cloth I can, and I extend the wrist. I make sure to extend that wrist. So I'm here, I'm extending the wrist. This makes it very difficult for her to come back and posture or anything. I keep controlling everything. My leg's still like as if I'm in the guard. Sometimes I can still keep the guard. And then my next move is going to be here. I'm going to bring my top leg over her back. Okay? I'll pull this collar with my left hand. So I pull this elbow towards me. Keep pushing on the wrist. And I'll curl my leg back. My hamstring, I'll curl it against her back. This is going to be my motion, okay? As I scoop back just a little bit. So, scoop, scoop, and she turns, giving me the back. So now the wrist is out of the way. I have my hand on the collar, ready for me to come up inside and receive the choke with the other hand. And I can start working on my choke from here, the one we did earlier last week. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Go in bed,
Huh?
go in bed. So I'm going to go under, grab the cloth, grab the armpit. Okay? The seam right under the armpit here. I grab it, pull the shoulder, push the wrist to the chest. Okay?
As if I'm punching myself.
Alright, as if she wants to, I'm letting her punch herself. I'm helping her punch herself. Now, and if you want to do a nice little trick, sometimes I use my feet on the mat, I shrimp while I pop the elbow down to the mat on the other side. And I immediately come up and hug the back. Huh? I'm not sure. I'm here grabbing the cloth, extend the arm, shrimp, 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 and get to the nice back control. If you have your hand on the collar, the choke is ready for you to go for.
Oh, it died.
It died completely.
It's weird.
Oh wow.
But it was battery is fun.
Us.
You could say something.
Yet another technical problem. Loss of battery on the other phone, but we'll be back. Well, I'm here. We're not going anywhere on this line. So I hope you guys are enjoying the techniques. These are the moves that I like to do, and I'm giving you guys the best of my ability as far as jiu-jitsu goes and as far as instruction goes. So the moves that I show you are the ones that I use in training, in fights, all day, every day. This is what I do. So is everybody good on that last one, the arm drag to the back? If you feel like you need to see it again, just let me know, and I shall repeat it. Okay, bro.
That's it?
So I reach here and I go under and I grab the sleeve like this. I make a fist. I push the wrist away so that she doesn't. So even if she's grabbing, I go under. I pass the sleeve to this hand. I make a frame. Push to the ceiling. Now grab the cloth under the armpit. Pull the shoulder. Push the wrist forward. Okay. My aim is to get her arm, her elbow down here on the mat. So what I'm going to do is lift my hips just a little bit and then drop the elbow down. Immediately just sinks next to me on the mat. And then what I need to be worried about is, what I need to be careful about is that I don't let her posture up again. Is that I have to do the work all over. Okay? As soon as I drop my opponent down here, I reach over and I hug. Right away. I hug on the armpit if I can. If I can reach and untuck the lapel slowly with my hand, I'll grab the lapel and I make sure I extend this wrist far away from me. Okay. So I'm here, extending the wrist, grabbing the collar, okay, curl against the back, and turn. So she turns and gives me the back. My hand is on the collar, I'm ready to attack the choke immediately. You can have 1 or 2 hooks. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me know, guys, if all's good, so I can us tendo, us people. Not so many questions, just usses. I love seeing usses.
I actually have a question about this move.
Tell me.
Every time I try to go for this move, because obviously every time I do it, I'm the smaller opponent. I can't exactly get to hug. So as soon as I drop the elbow, in order to get to the other side and grab the lapel, it's like a million moves, and by then they're gone.
Interesting.
So even with the stretching of the arm, it helps to flatten them out for me to get it. But still, it's a process. Like flatten this, try to get up there. It's like very far. How do I avoid the situation?
Avoid?
Or how do I complete the move in
So,
such a
so what I would say is go into the position. I'll guide you through. This is a very good question, and a common problem for many smaller opponents. Okay, so if you happen to be the smaller opponent, this is for you. Okay, immediately when you go for the arm drag and the back is exposed, right? You pop it, yeah, over the armpit. Quote, yep, drop the elbow. Boom, perfect. Now if you hug the back and you grab whatever you can, whatever you
my
can.
My question is, I can't grab the other side now.
You're not going to get to the other side. Your arm's not long enough.
Yeah.
If you grab any piece of cloth in front of you, anything, doesn't matter if it has skin on it. High is better.
High, there's nothing. It's all
No,
tight.
it's okay. Grab. Yeah,
Okay.
it's fabric. So
yeah.
grab. Start yanking on it and extending the arm. Good. Now as I'm turning, now you have your option of reaching for the lapel. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Exactly. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. So you can do it in stages. If so, can you do it?
Yeah.
So if you do it in stages, where you start grabbing the cloth that's closest to you and keep on turning me, okay, my shoulder will get exposed and then it's easier for you to get this this lapel.
So here, swim under, grab the sleeve,
break it so they can see it.
break it,
Real.
seam under the armpit, okay, in and out,
Yeah,
and
perfect. And hug,
Ship.
right away hug.
hug.
Right, even straight. Yeah, exactly. Pull and stress the arm. Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Now go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you have my back.
Us.
Ready to choke.
Got it?
Wonderful stuff. Hope you guys got to see that. Small people problems. They are.
Small people problem.
There are many, and each of them is important. So, Wahid, I know you suffered with me drilling this and then doing it many times. So, thank you for being a good assistant coach. And okay, if you guys have further questions about the arm drag, would be happy to answer them for you. The other thing that's going to happen when you do arm drags like this is your opponent is going to resist. So not only are they using their weight against you, maybe they have larger shoulders, they could resist. So you can end up trying to get their back and then they're fighting it.
Who's saying common problem for me, honestly?
Common problem for you, honestly, Dawood. I can imagine. I can imagine. You're a small guy who likes to sometimes play guard, so it can happen. So the next bit for you guys is what happens if I'm going for this move and they resist. Okay?
How do they resist?
You just give me the back. So
I'm like, how am I supposed to resist?
it's alright. It's the concept that matters. So it's like not giving me the back as opposed to giving it to me. So down here, okay, and I start reaching and stretching. Right, and she starts putting her pressure of her shoulder on me, okay, and getting on her toes. And getting on your toes. This won't help. This won't help. Yeah, get on your toes and give me weight. Give me weight. Yes, there you go. Weight. That's it. Okay. So sometimes if you have a bigger opponent, let's move to that corner. So sometimes I'm trying to get here, and my opponent goes on their feet exactly and starts letting me carry their weight. If they're smart, they start driving the shoulder into my diaphragm. Like that, yeah, down there. This. Now it's going to be hard for me to move or breathe. Keep on. Stay there or anything. Okay, so here's what I do. Here's what I do from here. I know. On your toes.
But it's hurting my arm too. Okay, go on.
Just give me your weight. Okay, I'm going to abandon the arm. I'm going to let it go. Go on your toes.
Just when you go, I will go. Don't worry.
Careful, Allah.
Because you're talking.
I'm gonna go.
When you finish talking,
Go. Go. I'm gonna let go here, and I'm gonna grab the pants. Anything I can. If I'm not long enough to get the underhook, I just grab the pants, and I'm gonna open my legs and go for a nice pendulum sweep on that side. So 1, 2, 3, and pendulum sweep straight into mount. Let's do that again.
Yeah.
And then I push the
No.
turning here. Give me your weight. Reach over and grab the pants, open the legs, and pendulum. So I'm going to get here and be in mount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single person is going to resist you taking their back. Every single time. They'll give you pressure and you can sweep them. Okay? Happens so often. So often. Okay? And the other thing that's going to happen when you sweep somebody from there is that they will try to pull their arm out, the one that's trapped. They'll try to pull it out to post. If you keep nice tight control there,
Cannot do it.
it won't happen.
Cannot.
It won't happen. However, there's a scenario in which either they magically get their arm out, or that I purposefully give them enough space to put their arm out, and that's when I go for sneaky submission from that very position. Okay, you guess which one?
Huh?
Huh? You guess which submission I go for?
Which one?
If I'm sweeping and I let you post your arm,
Yeah.
what submission do I go for?
Triangle?
Triangle. Yeah.
I didn't hear the beginning of that, honestly, but I'm guessing that's
How about you do the move to me?
It's a good guess.
How about you do the move so they can see? I'll say it. Messaging too much. No.
Okay.
The guard with the arm drag.
Okay. Boom.
Right.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom. Boom.
And I'm posing here and I'm being very heavy. Sometimes I get on my toes. Okay?
Okay.
So here you're gonna hug the back.
Same. Huh?
Yep, same. Yeah, exactly same. Now I don't want to let you, so I'll be here. Okay? So you can't open the guard too much.
Okay.
Get still. Yeah, exactly. Now
Okay.
go this. Go grab the pants.
Grab the pants.
This hand.
Grab.
This hand. This hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This one you're gonna have to hug me because if not you're gonna lose the position.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yep. There you go. Perfect. So now, if she tries to sweep me, okay, and somehow I pull this arm out, okay, you'll think that she's in trouble. So do a pendulum sweep. Right, yeah, there's my sweep. I pull my arm out to post, he just locks the triangle. Right there. So simple, so effective. So I don't recommend that you give the guy enough space on purpose, okay? But if it does happen, you have a sneaky triangle that you can go for.
I get it. From the sweep, right? From defending the sweep.
Ibrahim,
From defending the sweep.
yeah, defending the sweep, right? 'Cause you want to post to defend the sweep. But if there's no space to pull your arm, you won't get there. You won't get there. What else? Any questions? Everybody saw that? If you have questions, you can message immediately and I will address them. Like I said, me playing from the bottom, playing in closed guard, I love this isolation game where I isolate one limb at a time to attack. So I use the 2-on-1 to control complete one side of my opponent's body, okay? So that I control everything. So the shoulder dips, and then I'm able to use that to offset the balance. So look at shoulder down, shoulder up means I'm off base, means I have to compensate for it, which starts getting me trapped into sweeps and submissions. Let's see, Zar Vader, the pendulum sweep is hard when your opponent posts their leg up, knee on belly style, like knee on the mat, so it's not posting the leg, it's posting the knee. Is that what you meant, Zar? For sure it's hard, but it's not impossible. So if you keep if you keep working on your angle, something is about to give, right? Something has got to give. Either they'll give you the sweep, or they'll give you the back take. Okay, they can't have both. They absolutely can't have both. I'll demonstrate with a smaller person as well.
Okay. What is it?
Zar is asking about the pendulum being hard.
Zara, the pendulum used to
Posting
be
the
really
leg far away. Okay, I get you.
It used to be really hard for me, and I do it. But I guess it requires you to do it when there's the right momentum, right? When the person's weight is forward.
Right, because that's what you're looking for, Zar. So if you go for it. Right, go from the back. Perfect. I don't want the back take. I start posting my legs far away. Okay, don't open the guard.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. So if she can't reach my legs, so Zara's saying if you can't reach this back leg, just keep hugging the back. Don't worry about back leg. Let go. Okay. Here, if she can't reach for it, Zara, keep holding the sleeve. Extend my arm. Extend my arm. The back take is gonna be there. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. And I turn and she gets my back.
It means he's too far away from me.
So if my biggest focus is to post my leg so far away, then it's going to be easier for her to stretch that grip on my sleeve, stretch my arm, and go for the back take. So you can't have both. You can't have you defending the back take and you posting your legs as far back as you can, such that they can't grab it. It's almost a physical impossibility, almost. But even if you do face an opponent that's somehow magically able to do that, you getting like good back and forth hip movement to shake their base back and forth could do you very well in accomplishing that sweep or back take. So there's two moves. I always in my jiu-jitsu I always pair two moves together. So I call it A-B. So if plan A doesn't work, go to plan B. If plan B doesn't work, go back to plan A. So if you go back and forth between those two, your opponent is bound to give you something, either a sweep or another submission attempt, even if it's not the first two. Sweet Zar Vader.
Got it.
خليك رجلي يسرى على الكتف. عن أي حركة عم تحكي إبراهيم؟ رجلك اليسرى على الكتف. إذا الحركة هاي الارم دراج تقدر تخنق المثلث إذا ضبيت الإيد جوا الجارد، يعني اللي عم تعمل فيها ارم دراج إذا ضبيتها جوا الجارد تقدر تاخذ عليها تراينجل. هاي.
Okay. Hello? What do you want me to do?
Go for the arm drag.
Yeah.
So هي عم تروح على الارم دراج. اوكي ممكن من هون بدل ما تروح على الارم دراج اوكي to push the arm inside, yeah, and then go for triangle. Yeah.
Okay.
ممكن تعمل هيك اكيد تضرب الايد لجوا وتاخذ التراينجل، بس ايش بدك اول شيء يكون في عندك محاولة أخذ الظهر. And you have to have a back take attempt or a sweep attempt first to ruin my base, right? Because here she's not going to do a triangle, she's going to do a back take. But if I defend very hard, go.
Okay.
A little bit slower.
Okay.
Go for the back take. Hug my back.
Okay.
Yes. Now start shrimping, extending my arm. Yeah. Like I'm pushing away. I'm moving away. Push the arm inside. Yeah. And there you go.
Okay.
Okay. دي احتمالية كبيرة بس بدك تظبط الوضعية. You have to fix the position. You have to fix your opponent's reaction. يعني If you're gonna take the triangle, then your opponent has to be pulling away from you. إذا بدك تاخذ المثلث لازم يكون عم يهرب منك لورا، أوكي؟ عشان تستعمل هاي الإيد عشان تاخذ التراينجل، أوكي؟ Welcome one and all. If you just joined us, we're doing guard in our live session today at 7 p.m. We did a bunch of stuff actually today. We did the armbar triangle omoplata attacks, how to transition between each of them, and then we reviewed, well for me it's a review, for Rula it's a review. We did our arm drag sequence of getting to the back and then using it, the same move to get a pendulum sweep on the far side, on the opposite side if the back take doesn't work. So 1-2 moves. And then lastly, we did a sneaky triangle, again from the arm drag position. So, fun stuff, right? Do you have any further questions, guys? Let me know. Any questions about this or about other moves in general before we go offline? قول لي إبراهيم. What else is going on?
Is he saying something?
I'm waiting for him to type.
How do you know that they're typing?
هضل عندي سؤال واحد.
Oh, okay.
Since you, oh boy, Zara, I forgot Zara's online. He's going, since you asked.
Okay, he has a question too.
Oh boy. With Zara, it's more like a book of questions. People have books of techniques, books of thoughts. So I was like, oh, jiu-jitsu questions. Give me. ما بدك تكملي انتي ولا خلاص بلاش؟
Huh?
ما بدك تفتحي انتي؟
خلاص, we're almost done. I lost my viewer's base.
What if they post the knee in between your legs? Excuse you?
What?
When?
The other person.
Yeah.
The one on top.
Yeah. When?
I don't know.
When?
I have no idea.
It depends. At what point in time are you looking at that question?
When
كمل
I
إبراهيم.
extend.
When you extend, so when somebody extends that arm, it's really hard to do much besides, stand up on both of your legs and make sure you don't fall down. Make sure you don't collapse completely. When you open the guard for the pendulum. Oh man, when that happens, then my shoulder's trapped already. Like if you have the dexterity to get your knee in between their legs, props to you, but I just don't see it happening. Here, I'm gonna do my best, and I'm fairly athletic, and I'm not in the best of my times now. But let's see what we're talking about. ما نسيت إبراهيم بس بدك تفسر لي الأرمبر من وين؟ احكي لي اكتب لي وأنا بجاوبك. Okay, so we're here, so right? Okay, and I'm posting so she can get the pendulum. Okay, grab the pens. Okay, she's grabbing the pens. She's gonna go for the pendulum. Okay, I'm on my toes here. Like, where am I gonna post my leg? Nowhere. Too much. Let me see. Question yours.
Sorry, we were too close, I think.
Nah, it's okay. So I'm just trying to understand where you see it happening from. When she's pushing my arm and turning my shoulder, there's very, very little that I can do. And that's why I post that far side hand and I get up on my legs like a tripod, because this one's doing nothing. Okay, so for me to, if I drop this knee down, then I help with the sweep. Okay, if I drop this knee down, if you're able to go like cross like that when your shoulder's tilted the other way, then props. I can't. There's no chance. For me, anyway. Elaborate some more on that one, and I'm happy to troubleshoot it. But
send us a video.
Send us a video. Do you have somebody you can drill with? Your little dog, maybe?
Grab your mom or something.
طيب إبراهيم، لو أخذت إيدها وسحبت makes sense. I thought so. لو أخذت إيدها وسحبتها وظلت الإيد الأخرى وأريد أسوي عليها أمر، بدك تسوي أمر على الإيد اللي ظلت. طيب بدل ما تسوي أوموبلاتا يعني بدك تحول للأرمبار ترجع.
I get it.
نسبة نجاحها ما حتصير لو راح أخلي نفسي أوقف حرج.
I get it.
خلي.
You know what he's talking about? Close guard.
Yeah, he already close guard.
It's clear. You know how you have two arms? The thing here. You know when you're trapping both arms?
No,
Or like here? No, keep the...
No, I don't think that's what he means. He means here, arm bar.
No, you
And
have
then
the
pull
other
arm. He wants to go for the arm bar here, can he?
No.
This is
no.
what he's asking.
He means that they're both in the middle.
No.
No?
صدقيني.
But you can't. The answer is you can't then.
You go for مقاطع. يعني you can ممكن بس شوي صعبة. بدك تلف اللعبة كليا للجهة الثانية عشان تقدر تاخذ الارم بار. بس في طريقة واحدة أنا بعرفها.
It's like وين ابنك يا جحا.
جزء وين ابنك يا جحا. هلا حتشوف شو قصدي. رحنا على الارم بار هون، اوكي، وسحبت ايدها. بيرفكت. بدك تروح على الارم بار على الجهه هاي، اوكي، شوف شو لازم يصير. لازم ادخل رجلي هون قدام الراس، اوكي، لازم الف لهون، ارجع للجهه الثانيه. تقدر بشوف وين رجلي صارت، لازم انزل قصبة قدام وجهها وارفع هاي للجهه الثانيه. بس حركه هاي يعني صراحه كثير صعبه. بعدين اذا خصمك كبير واثقل منك وحط وزنه عليك هون، اوكي، راح يسحب ايده وراح يبطل في عندك قارب تشتغل منه. يعني ما بعرف على نسبة النجاح لانه هاي الحركة مو كثير بساويها، يعني تعلمتها انا بس مو كثير بساويها. بس it is an option. صراحة احكي لك the best thing you can do from there is to go for omoplata. اوكي، هي سحبت ايد، اذا خصمك سحب ايده، اوكي، وضل في ايد واحدة جوا عندك، خذ الاوموبلاتا. ما تخاطر تروح للاربر الغريبة هاي. هو كتب جحا جيتسو.
مين كتب جحا جيتسو؟
داود. خنق وكسر وين ابراهيم؟ ما في خنق. انسى خنق هون. ما في عندك ارمبر بس مو كثير. ها؟
تراينجل قصده.
لا تراينجل من الحركة اللي هلا وصلت لها انا.
في تراينجل من هون صح؟
بدك تشيل الشن من قدام الوجه.
And you don't have to go for omoplata, you can go for triangle there.
No, ابدا بعد الارمبر اللي هلا سويتها انا. In the final position. ما في خنق.
لا. Gogoplata maybe?
It's not in the right position.
No?
Gogoplata.
We're trying to be creative.
No, Gogoplata is if you have your leg coming here. Over here. This is احنا ما عندنا هيك. ايوه احنا ما عندنا هاي الحركة ابراهيم. احنا عندنا هون. احنا عندنا هيك.
I think that's what he meant.
احنا عندنا هيك. هذه ما فيها خنق. بس فيها كسر. إذا مسكت سوري. يا رب. تمام؟ خبرني إذا وصلت أو إذا الفيديو ما كان يقطع. الإنترنت غليظ. We are, like I keep saying, we are live and direct at 7 p.m. every day with jiu-jitsu and modern jokes, the most modern jokes you can find, considering our situation. This is again, this is our way of staying active, staying connected to everybody. So I hope that you guys go online and you share it with your friends and everything. Tamam, mumtaz. You share it with your friends, your family. If you have kids, if your kids train jiu-jitsu, for sure, like take them, have them sit with you and watch these techniques, these moves. I'm sure they'll appreciate it if they've been doing jiu-jitsu for a little bit longer than than a month or two. And even if not, right, it's people wearing gis, right? For my kids who attend kids class at our academy, let them know, hey, coach is live on Instagram, watching, he's doing jiu-jitsu. It'd be a great opportunity for them to, hey, remember that you used to put on a gi and you go train early Saturday morning and then a few times during the week. It's a good opportunity as well to keep them engaged and connected. If they have brothers that they train with or cousins, then maybe that's something they can do together during this time, since travel is limited and we're all practicing social distancing. We don't count. We can do social distancing. Love the hearts, people. Appreciate it. So much love. If nobody has any other questions, we're going to end this session for today. And we look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow, 7 p.m. Be there. Let's stay safe.